Okay, hello everybody. This is the fourth and the final mother sauce. Here we have a half a pot roast, some celery, onion, carrots, which is a mirepoix, um, parsley, and garlic. We have beef base, red pepper, and black pepper. We have no salt. We're not going to add the bouquet garni. We're not going to add bay leaves and thyme to it. Now, some chefs like to put bay leaves and thyme in it. I personally don't. I don't think that those two items go with beef. They go with everything else except beef. But anyway, that's just my opinion. You can find. I'm sure you can find a recipe that puts bay leaves and thyme. But anyway, like I said, that's my opinion. That's the way that I'm going to make it. I'm going to eat it, so that's the way I'm going to make it. All right. Now, here's what I did. I browned off the beef right there. It's been browned. And the onions. You don't have to brown the celery and carrots. Again, that's up for debate. It depends on who you talk to. I don't brown the celery and the carrots. I just brown the onions. I caramelize them. You want a little bit of rich flavor. That's where you get it from when you caramelize the vegetables. Okay, there goes the parsley, the garlic. Now I'm going to put in, I don't know, maybe what, 2 tablespoons of beef base. Beef base is the substitute for roasted beef bones. In other words, usually when you make a beef stock, you use roasted beef bones, but I didn't have any roasted beef bones, and not only that, but I want to eat the pot roast, you know what I mean? So I'm not using so I am using the beef base in place of the beef bones. Now usually, there goes the red pepper and the black pepper. Usually beef stock, it cooks for hours and hours and hours. I mean, you can leave it on overnight and let it cook. But that's when you have beef bones. If you're using a piece of meat like I am, you can't cook it that long because the meat will just disintegrate and all you'll end up with is shreds. So I'm just going to cook this until the beef is done, and I'll adjust it if it needs any more flavoring after the beef is done. Okay, now there. I put the lid on, and I'm going to leave it alone now for probably 4 hours. I didn't really time it, but all I want to do is cook the beef. So, 4, maybe 5 hours. I have it on high. I have the crock pot on high. So if you have shopping to do or something, put it on and just go shopping. All right, there you go. This is, like I said, about 4 hours later, and the beef is done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the beef out, and I'm going to put the crock pot insert, the ceramic insert, I'm going to put that into a sink of cold water, and that's going to cool off. Okay, rather than to put this thing that's very hot into the refrigerator, I'm going to cool it off first. All right, now this is the next day. Okay, I cooled off the insert in the sink with the cold water, and I put the beef back in. They were both the same temperature. And now I'm going to strain the stock. I'm going to get rid of all the fat and the onion and, all that stuff that was in there. Okay, now what I end up with is beef stock. There it is. Okay, I'm going to take the piece of meat out. I'm going to get rid of the vegetables. I don't need them. And I'm going to make a steak and cheese sandwich out of the beef. Half the beef I ate last night when it was still hot. So what's left now is just a, pretty good sized chunk, and I'm going to slice it and put it on some killer French bread, toast it, add some cheese, and oh man, that stuff is good. Woo-hoo, mama. Anyway, the onions and peppers I'm going to saute. the onions and peppers right there. I'm going to saute them. Now, I'm going to do all this when the stock is on the stove. The stock is just going to be cooking on the stove. So, you know, I just want to boil it. Then I'm going to thicken it with roux. And then the mother sauce is done. There you go. Okay, off it goes. All right, here's my little cheap little slicer. I think I paid $50. I'm not sure exactly. It was a while ago and I don't remember, but this thing is nice to have. I'll tell you. It's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to slice the beef and I'm going to get it ready to go on to the sandwich. The bread right now for the sandwich is in the toaster oven getting nice and crisp. What I do is I put butter on the top and the bottom of the sandwich. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't even have the bread out yet. Hold on. Never mind. But I put butter on the top and the bottom and then sprinkle garlic onto it. Not garlic powder, but granulated garlic. There is a difference. There's a really big difference. And the granulated garlic is the way to go. I don't like the powder. The powder has a tendency to clump up, and you end up with a clump of garlic powder in your mouth. It's not cool. All right, so anyway, you know, if you do a lot of cooking, consider getting a slicer. These things are really nice. I mean, you can use it for a lot of things. You know, you can use it for cabbage to make coleslaw, or to make red cabbage on the stove. Or, I mean, there's a lot of uses for it. You can buy cheese in a big chunk and slice it. All right, so anyway, here we go. This is the bread. Now, I kept 1 little cup of au jus for the beef sandwich. And now in the meantime, the stock is on the stove. It's getting hot and it's going to start boiling pretty soon, and I'm going to start adding I'm going to start adding the roux to the stock. So basically what you have now is you have beef au jus, okay? Once you thicken it, then you have what they call Espagnole. I don't know why they call it Espagnole sauce, because you would think Espagnole would be a red sauce, you know? But it's not. It's a brown sauce. And it is one of the mother sauces. So right now we're up to number 4 on the mother sauces. Now listen, there's a big argument about tomato sauce, if that is a mother sauce. There's a big argument. All right, wait, we'll get into that later. Okay, so here's the brown sauce. Now, you can see it's kind of light in color. It doesn't look really appetizing right now. If you put that over beef and mashed potatoes, it wouldn't look the best, you know what I mean? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some kitchen bouquet. This stuff is a necessity in the kitchen. What it is, it's made from caramelized vegetables. It is not liquid smoke. Don't get that confused with liquid smoke. It's not. It's made from caramelized vegetables, and watch what it does to this brown sauce. I mean, man, it really gives it some nice color, and it makes it much more appetizing than the pale brown. Look at this. Oh, man. Woo. Okay, well, there you go. That's Espagnole. That's the 4th mother sauce. Now, from this, you can make hundreds of sauces. You know, you can do a lot of things with this. And soups. Soups also. Okay, so anyway, that's number 4. I'm going to make some tomato sauce coming up, I don't know, sometime this week. And I'll show you a little trick on the stove with, you know, in case you don't want to burn it. Anyway, there's the sandwich. You got the beef sliced with the cheese and the peppers and onions. Oh, man, the bread is nice and crisp. Uh-oh, I got to go. I got to eat.